All right, let's get one thing straight, folks. The burger story you think you know. It's got more twists and turns than a winding road to a hidden gem of a diner. We're about to bust some major myths wide open, so buckle up. First off, the idea that one dude in some small town just magically invented the hamburger. That's total bunk. This wasn't a light bulb moment. It was a slow burn. It's a culinary creation that took a village. A whole globe of villages helped shape it. So forget the tall tales. We're digging into the real, scratch-made history of this all-star sandwich. Next up, let's talk about where this bad boy was born. So many towns in America are throwing their hats in the ring, saying, "We did it!" You gotta love that local pride. But the truth is, it's a whole lot messier than that. It's like trying to find the first person who ever put cheese on pasta. The idea was bubbling up all over the place. Long before anyone ever dreamed of a drive-through, the story of our main ingredient was already cooking. You gotta rewind the clock way back, before the 1800s. In places like Central Asia, you had warriors, the OG road trippers, who would chop up meat and cook it fast. They were the first to figure out that minced meat cooked up quick and was easy to eat on the go. This wasn't a burger, not yet. But it was the spark. It was the fundamental, dynamite idea of taking tough cuts of meat, grinding them down, and turning them into something tender and flavorful. Now let's cruise over to Germany, specifically the port city of Hamburg. In the late 1800s, this place was a major hub. And what do you get at a hub? You get ideas mixing and mingling. Sailors brought back the concept of raw, minced steak from their travels. The Germans took that idea and ran with it, seasoning and cooking the ground beef into a patty. They called it a Hamburg steak. It was a working-class hero, a hearty meal served with potatoes or maybe a piece of bread on the side. Welcome to the late 1800s and early 1900s, the Wild West of burger creation. This is where things get funky, because a whole bunch of different folks in a bunch of different towns all claim they were the first to put that beautiful beef patty between two slices of bread. You've got stories coming out of Wisconsin, Connecticut, Texas, and New York. Was it a vendor at a county fair who ran out of plates? Was it a lunch counter cook trying to whip up a quick meal for a customer in a hurry? The real answer is probably all of the above. It was an idea whose time had come. These early burger slingers were true trailblazers. They were serving up these sandwiches at fairs, lunch wagons, street carts. This wasn't fancy food. This was fuel for the people. For a nickel, you could get a hot, savory meal that you could hold in one hand. It was the ultimate convenience food before convenience was even a thing. These pioneers weren't trying to become legends. They were just trying to make a living and feed hungry folks. But in doing so, they laid the groundwork for a culinary empire. They were the unsung heroes of the burger world. Then came the big show, the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair. This event was a massive melting pot of culture, technology, and, you guessed it, food. While the exact first burger story is hazy, there's no doubt that the fair was a launching pad for the hamburger sandwich. It put the burger on the national map and got people talking, tasting, and taking the idea back home with them. Because after World War II, the burger hit the fast lane. America fell in love with the automobile, and a whole new car culture was born. People were cruising, taking road trips, and they needed food that could keep up with their new, mobile lifestyle. This was the dawn of the drive-in and the rise of a game-changing concept: fast food. Restaurants like White Castle, which had actually started back in the 20s, and the brand-new McDonald's Brothers operation in California, were dialing in a whole new system for serving food. These guys were geniuses of the assembly line. They weren't just cooking food, they were engineering a process. They figured out how to make every single burger look and taste exactly the same, every single time. This was all about speed, consistency, and value. The hamburger was the perfect vehicle for this revolution. It was simple to standardize. A patty, a bun, a pickle, a squirt of ketchup and mustard. You could crank them out by the hundreds, serving them up in a paper wrapper to people who didn't even have to get out of their cars. This was monumental. This new fast food model was out of bounds. It took the burger from a regional favorite and shot it across the country like a cannonball. As these chains started expanding along the brand new interstate highways, they were building a burger nation. The golden arches and the white castles became beacons. The burger was no longer just a meal. It was a reliable, affordable, quintessentially American experience that you could find from coast to coast. The burger was officially a superstar, and the burger didn't just stay in America. From the 1960s onward, those big American brands started going global, across Europe, Asia, and beyond. The burger became an ambassador of American culture. As it traveled, it started to change. People began to put their own spin on it, adding local flavors and toppings. You started seeing cheese, bacon, and all kinds of killer sauces. The burger was evolving, adapting, and proving that it could speak the universal language of delicious. Just when you thought the burger had done it all, the 2000s rolled in and flipped the whole script. People started looking for something more. They still loved the classic fast food burger, but they were hungry for a next-level experience. This was the birth of the gourmet or craft burger movement. Chefs in high-end restaurants and cool new burger joints started treating the burger like a work of art. They weren't just grilling patties, they were crafting masterpieces. These culinary artists started focusing on killer ingredients. We're talking high-quality, custom-blended beef, like short rib, brisket. They sourced artisanal buns, baked fresh every day. The toppings went from standard to spectacular. Aged cheddars, truffle aioli, caramelized onions, house-cured bacon, fried eggs. Every single component was chosen with care to create a symphony of flavor. The burger was elevated from a simple sandwich to a destination dish, something people would seek out and pay top dollar for. It was a full-blown burger renaissance, and the innovation didn't stop with the meat. As more people looked for different options, the veggie and plant-based burger scene exploded. This wasn't just about mushy bean patties anymore. Food scientists and creative chefs developed new products that looked, cooked, and tasted shockingly like real beef. This was a game changer, opening up the world of burgers to everyone. Whether you were a carnivore, a vegetarian, flexitarian, there was a righteous burger out there waiting for you. The burger tent got a whole lot bigger.